The Public Works Commission maintains approximately 24,000 lights on an annual basis. The placement of street lights is determined by the roadways. It depends on the type of roadway that we have. Is it a connector? Is it a thoroughfare? Is it a residential street? And really the replacement is primarily dependent upon the width of the roadway and the area surrounding the roadway. In other words, at intersections we have a different lighting design than we would along a given street. The reason you may see more lights along one roadway as opposed to another is because of the standards that we use for different roadway designs. We conform to the IES standards, which is an acronym for Illuminating Engineering Society standards. These standards dictate the type of lights and the number of lights that we use for a given thoroughfare or given traffic pattern. Street lights along the streets of Fayetteville operate in general by two primary methods. One is by individual photocells that are nothing more than switches connected to each light. When the sun comes up, the light goes off. When the sun goes down, the light comes on, and it's controlled on an individual basis. Then, of course, we have lights that are controlled by one photo controller. And these lights, all of them come on simultaneously, and all of them go off simultaneously, depending upon whether it's dusk or dawn. Primarily, there are two different types of street lights that we use in our lighting designs. One is an enclosed type fixture, and that's the one that you see 80 or 90% of the time, and then the other would be decorative type fixtures, which you see along the streets in downtown Fayetteville. As you may notice, the lights on some streets are somewhat brighter than others. And really it depends on three different things. It depends on the wattage of the lamp, which is just like the wattage of a lamp in your household. A 60-watt lamp will give off more light than a 40-watt lamp. It depends on the spacing of the poles or the spacing of the fixtures. And of course it also depends on the mounting height of the fixture itself. In other words, the closer to the ground, the more disbursement of light you're going to get. And as you ride along the streets of Fayetteville, you may notice differences in colors of lights. Primarily we use high pressure sodium lights, which give off a amber type light. And then of course, prior to using the high pressure sodium lamps, the earlier versions were mercury vapor, and they give off kind of a blue-white type light. The reasons we choose high pressure sodium, the amber light, is because they're much more energy efficient. We typically expect the bulbs or the lamps in our streetlight fixtures to last 8 years. There are two primary differences between the lights that are used for roadway lighting or street lights and the lights that are used for area lighting or security lights, as we typically call them. The lights that we use for street lights are generally enclosed fixtures, and they give off kind of a oval type pattern, elongated oval type pattern. And generally the lamps in these fixtures are higher wattage and give off a much more intense light. The fixtures that are used for area lighting or security lighting give off kind of a circular type pattern and are usually smaller wattage type lamp. The Public Works Commission repairs lights as needed. In other words, we do corrective maintenance on the lights as needed. In other words, when we get trouble tickets, we perform the necessary maintenance on the lights. We also have a periodic maintenance program whereby we wash and relamp the street lighting fixtures once every 5 years. Wash and relamping is a process by which we take the refractor, in other words the lens, out of the light. And because it's enclosed, generally there's a lot of bugs and spider webs and everything else that accumulates inside this fixture over a period of time. We take and wipe it out, and we replace the photocell, which controls whether the light comes on or off, and we replace the bulb. We perform this process because we want to ensure that we have adequate roadway lighting at all times. You may notice that some of the fixtures blink on and off during the night, or maybe even early in the morning, depending upon whether or not you're an early riser or not. And what this is an indication of, in general, is a end of life for the lamp in the fixture. In other words, it's nearing its end of useful life, and in lots of cases, the lamp needs to be replaced. This is a trigger that says we need to perform maintenance on this particular fixture. If you have a problem with a street light or area light, please give our office a call, our customer service group a call at 483-1382 during normal business hours. If you want to report a problem with an area light, in other words, a backyard light or security light. The information we need from you is essentially your name and your service address. Anytime you notice an abnormal condition with respect to the light, is it blinking? Does it stay on all the time? In other words, does it not cycle on and off during dusk and dawn? Does it stay off all the time? Does it not come on? We want to know if there's a problem with the light. Street light problems are a totally different animal. What we need as much information as we can possibly get about the location of this light. What intersection is it close to? What house is it close to? Any other descriptive information you can give us about that light, even if you can give us the pole number. Most of our poles have numbers on them. Give us the pole number. It tremendously aids our crews in trying to find the light so that we can troubleshoot the problem. Street lights are provided for the safety of the pedestrians crossing the street and for the vehicles traveling up and down our roadways. Security lights are provided for your security. We want to keep all our customers as safe and secure as possible. Please make sure you give us a call if you have any problems. Thank you.